Anaheim Canyon, platform number 2 update. Still no ticket machine after 2.5 years. So you have to walk all the way over there, get your ticket, walk all the way back, or just turn on your 4G, you Luddites who still don't have unlimited data plans, and use the mobile app, which up until recently was me. Just got a new phone. And it's finally occurred to me why there's such an epidemic of people playing music out loud on the train and on the bus. It's because they stopped putting headphone jacks in phones. People ain't gonna buy new headphones just because some tech companies think they're all smart and shit. It ain't happening. Hey, I thought this wasn't a social commentary. So I've recently been binge watching San Diego realtor videos, and one of the cities that stood out that I've just never been to is Poway. Probably because it's so far away from the Metrolink station that it was kind of hard to get to and back in one day on the weekend. But now that Metrolink's schedule runs later on the weekends, and now that I know what the MTS 235 bus is, let's check it out. Also, the tracks to San Diego are reopened as of last week, so I'm celebrating by taking the train that I couldn't have taken for like a month or so. No bike car. Lame. I want the purple one.
This is Metrolink train 1857 services to Oceanside.
Alright, skipping ahead, we're at San Clemente Pier, where 90% of the people get off the train usually. I managed to rig my bike up right here, though there are actually these spots here where you could fold the seats up to put bikes, and even more space. So now the next question is, are we going to make the negative 3-minute transfer to the Sprinter, because that'll get us to Escondido faster. And I didn't make the negative 3-minute transfer, so I had to wait 57 minutes for the next Sprinter because it runs hourly that time of morning.
This train is out of service. This train is out of service.
Ooh, the jasmine's still blooming. Not bad. And I guess I'll just bike around till the next Sprinter arrives. Alright, we're back at the Sprinter, about an hour later than I would have preferred, but we're gonna make it. Now, Poway is actually down here, and I think I never really considered it part of North County because North County Transit doesn't serve it. It's not even on the map. But we're gonna take the 235, and then we're gonna take the 945 bus to Poway because might as well take advantage of the free transfer and save some climbing on the bike. So to better illustrate, the city of San Diego looks roughly like this. Poway is right here. We just got off Metrolink in Oceanside. We're going to take the Sprinter to Escondido, get on the 235 bus, which goes on the 15 freeway, and take it 2 stops to Rancho Bernardo, and transfer to the 945 bus to Poway. And on the way back, I'll be getting the 235 at the next stop of Sabre Springs / Penasquitos transit station. Now this might be new, but my Metrolink ticket is actually good for both directions of transfer on the Sprinter, where last time I called them they said it was only good for one way. And then when I get to Escondido, the bus will be $250, but my Pronto card will give me a free transfer to the second bus. Let's go! These straps don't really stop your bike from sliding forward and back, so I decided to do this. Seems pretty firm. Okay, we'll check in when we get to Escondido. Oh, but there's the new TOD at Crouch Street. They're going full Anaheim Canyon style on it. Hey, it's the red bike on the red bus for the first time. Let's go. Good seats. So my original plan was to take this to Mira Mesa and then bike up into Poway, but since there's an incentive to get to the farmer's market before it closes, we're getting off at Rancho Bernardo and taking the 945 bus to Poway. Onto the freeway we go. Now I don't think I mentioned this in the 235 video, but in the distant future, the California High-Speed Rail to San Diego will parallel this route for most of it, right along the 15. We'll see if I'm still alive by the time that comes out. We're now getting off the first stop at the Escondido Mall. So I'm getting off the next stop at Rancho Bernardo. So there's the mall. It's actually on the opposite side of the freeway from the transit center. Not very transit connected. Now we're passing over Lake Hodges. Do I even have to pull it for it? There it is, Poway in the distance. Wow, that's a big building. bus. It's a mini bus. Thank you. Get my bike. We went from the biggest bus to the smallest bus. Well, good thing I did this trip on a Saturday because it doesn't even run tomorrow.
Hashtag Gillig Gang.
I thought we were gonna get a turtle gillig, but alas. Alright, we're out of here. Let's go. It's like, why hang out at the beach when I can hang out on a bus that's air conditioned?
Now approach Bernardo Center Drive and Fairclough Road.
It's a pretty steep street. I feel the San Diego vibes intensifying. There's the 15 we were just on. Transit-oriented hotel. Nice bus shelter. The car dependency is quite flagrant here.
Rancho Bernardo Road and Bernardo Center Drive.
And I can't even tell what they're protesting. Oh, I think it's just an anti-Donald Trump rally. I hope this doesn't make me late for the farmer's market. Dang, that's a pretty long line. Hey, I thought this wasn't a social commentary. So the plan is to make it to the lake eventually. But right now, we're gonna ride the whole length of this line to the old park. And so far, Poway is not disappointing. This place is beautiful. Okay, so I think we just officially passed into Poway, where before it was Rancho Bernardo. Those hills are just like right in the middle of the city. All right.
Now approach Poway Road and Bernardo Road.
Man, look at the architecture on the veterinarian building and the benches outside. That is so nice. So one of the intriguing things about Poway is they have this very discreet industrial area like on the top of this plateau over there. And I want to go check it out. This looks like the Civic Center. Alright, last real turn here. I love the overkill amount of benches for a minibus. Alright, looks like we're here. Oh, I think we actually had to deviate because the farmer's market's blocking the street. Thank you. Yeah, I was right. You do have to deviate for the farmer's market. Wow, this farmer's market looks like a big deal. So one of the things I wanted to see here is this park that has a train in it. I could hear the crossing bells from here. The timing worked out perfectly because I arrived 15 minutes before the market closed, and I got me some fruits for later. Wow, there's even more. This place is huge. Wow, this is something. I know people always accuse the city of San Dimas of looking like Knott's Berry Farm, but does San Dimas actually have its own miniature railroad? They even have a wheelchair lift. Like an actual railroad. Now I like trains, but steam engines, those things scare me. Ooh, can't pass up a good jasmine wall. And, oh my gosh, this place looks like Knott's Berry Farm. And there's where the street's blocked off. I think the bus would normally just go that way. Oh, dude, they have a wig-wag. Those things are classic. Man, I almost don't want to go to Lake Poway. This park is so cool. It's like our closest equivalent to that one in Scottsdale. Poway. It's like a cross between San Dimas and Scottsdale. Alright, one last shot of the train, then we'll head out. They got all these cool bridges over the creek. They even got a turntable for the trains. Nice. Yes, let's get out of here before I get sucked into the train park and never end up leaving. I want to try this trail. Pretty nice. Remember folks, do not, for the love of God, eat this plant. You'll end up in the hospital. You won't be able to stop throwing up. It's called castor bean. Don't eat it. Looks like this trail runs right along this equestrian center. And we'll proceed on to the lake. Lemonade stand alert. Now, I believe the more direct route is to go right, but there's another cool trail that looked cool, so we're gonna go left. This trail caught my attention because you practically have to go into the school bus yard to get into the entrance. Bus foamer shot, and then the trail. Oh, speaking of poison plants, don't eat this one either. It's called Jimson weed. It'll make bad things happen. And Poway is not disappointing. On second thought, let's not go up this trail. Too much hills. I think I've got my fix for dirt riding for the day. Let's get to the lake. Twin Peaks to Espola to the lake. Okay, this is dumb. The freaking signal's not turning for me. Let's see if this left turn will work for me. Come on, green arrow. Yes! Camera battery died, but we just climbed up a hill on Espola. The lake is just up ahead on the right. And I was right, it is a big hill. Alright, we're in. It was free for me. So apparently they do some camping on certain days of the year, which might be today, because I see tents. Oh, this is a lake. Can San Dimas say it has a lake like this? I don't think so. Actually yes, Pudding Stone Reservoir. I guess I'm so used to entering from the east that I keep thinking it's part of Pomona. And it doesn't look like there's a paved trail going around the lake, but still, this is pretty nice. Really nice. You're not allowed to swim though. So there's your water infrastructure info. This lake's about as old as Lake Paris. And it predates the existence of the city of Poway as a city, which incorporated in 1980 apparently. Also, jasmine. It smells so good. Alright, what we got? For lunch I brought some pasta and some tortillas from home. Then at the farmer's market I got some oranges, avocados, this really squashy looking tomato, and some hummus.
Hummus!
Squashy grapefruit approves of that squashy tomato. It's definitely not looking like we're gonna hit up all the spots I wanted to check out in Poway, so looks like I'll have to come back for part 2. The last bus that I can reasonably take out of Sabre Springs is at 4:30 and it's about 2:30, so only 2 more hours. That's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
But we got to see the big attractions, the train park and the lake. Next time, we'll probably do the Mira Mesa plan and go through the industrial part. But Poway, very nice. Aside from all the San Dimas comparisons, the topography of Poway much more resembles Lake Forest or Mission Viejo in Orange County, with tons of hills, and then more hills, and then more hills, and then some flat parts, and then more hills, and then more hills. We're heading down Ted Williams Parkway, which turns into the Ted Williams Freeway, or the 56, conveniently at Sabre Springs Parkway where the bus station is, where it says bicycles must exit. Okay, you can't just say bicycles must exit and then not have the signal turn for bikes. That's unethical. We want to be proper. There is a crosswalk over here. Actually, I don't think I realized the SR56 bike trail ends right here at the Sabre Springs station. That is very transitly accessible. I refuse to call it the SR56 bike trail, that's just a lame name. I'm gonna call it the Sorrento to Sabre Springs Station Trail, which by the way, this is the same trail we previously saw the underpass being constructed at the western end, where it now connects to Sorrento Valley. And plus, then I can pretend that this is what the nearby community of 4S Ranch stands for. Well, squashy grapefruit, we made it. I guess we'll be back in part 2. We can't say sunset shots because the sun ain't even out. But anyways, yummy, yummy avocado hummus taco things. You know, I find it kind of ironic that these apartments are called Link OC, when OC Links is the mental health hotline in Orange County. Like they know you're gonna need mental health support after you find out how expensive these apartments are. Hey, I thought this wasn't a social commentary. Anyways, sunset shots, everyone likes them and everyone loves them.